The morning of Monday, June 10th, 1912 began like any other in Villisca. The sun rose, trains passed through the town, farmers prepared for the day, but at 508 East 2nd Street, something was obviously wrong. The Morehouse was silent. No smoke from the chimney, no children playing outside, no sign of movement whatsoever. And around 7 o'clock that morning, Mary Peckham, a neighbor and a close friend of Sarah Moore, began to worry. The Moore children had chores and Josiah Moore was punctual. Sarah was never one to sleep late, so Mary walked over to the house. She knocked on the door and no answer. So she tried again. Still nothing. The doors were locked. The curtains were drawn. At first, Mary assumed something minor was wrong, maybe an illness perhaps, but a sense of unease settled in. She contacted Ross Moore, Josiah's brother, who lived nearby. Together, they returned to the house. Ross Moore had a spare key. When he unlocked the door and stepped inside, it was the smell that hit first. Blood. Almost immediately. Ross saw Josiah and Sarah Moore in their bed. He staggered back and did not continue upstairs. He did not check the rest of the house. Instead, he ran outside screaming for help. Within minutes, word spread. And within minutes after that, the house filled with people. So neighbors, townspeople, friends, and even curious onlookers poured into the Morehouse. They touched the bodies, they walked through the blood, they picked up objects, some even took souvenirs, allegedly. Children were carried out, men climbed the stairs, and women fainted. By the time local law enforcement arrived, the crime scene had already been destroyed. The town marshal, Hank Horton, attempted to control the crowd, but Villisca had never experienced anything like this. There were no barricades, no crime scene tape, and people simply did what they wanted. The axe, the murder weapon, was eventually located. It had been wiped clean. It was found leaning against a wall inside the house. Multiple people handled it before investigators examined it, and fingerprints were useless. Blood patterns were compromised, and key evidence was forever lost.